Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday, April 20th. It's 5:30 p.m. I'm going to call the Board of Selectmen meeting to order. We have Ann Barney here. We have Steve Heath, Steve Felton, and we have Jenny on Zoom, and I'm Andy Fitch. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ron, would you lead us?
What do you say?
So,
Oh, cool.
pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
to
and
the republic for which
it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That time delay was messing with me.
I know.
Can't all be perfect.
That's why I paused a couple of times, like, did I skip something? All right.
Okay, so let's start off with the town clerk stuff. Let's go right to the abatement.
Okay, so typically we have two different types of abatements, ones that go to the assessor's office, and then you guys will see in July. And then the other types of abatements are ones where people are asking for forgiveness for their interest or something else. And those don't go to the assessor's office, they just go straight to you. And so instead of waiting this year until July, I figured we could take care of this one right away, since there was just this one. We noticed that there was an issue with the drop box that was hanging on the side of the building. The lock was very, very hard to turn in the winter months, and sometimes things would get stuck in the box. So in November, Craig, or maybe October, but either way, early before it got cold, Craig moved the box to the front of the door, and now the locking mechanism's inside, and there's a window so I can see what's inside the box, and I still open it every day. And this person did write a letter and claims that they put their check in the box on December 6th, and that I waited until January 5th to cash it, and that I then waited until February 5th to notify them of their delinquencies. If anybody has seen my desk during tax season, it's very organized.
Mhm.
The taxes are all here. I enter them all in the day that I receive them, and then I have my new check machine, so I run them right through that day as well. I love my new check machine. He did come in to pay the interest, which was $5.04, I believe.
That gentleman's online if he'd like to speak, if you'll let him.
So did you timestamp the envelope and the stuff coming in?
When I received the check, I received the check on like January 2nd, and I scooted it back to the timestamp of the mail date, which was December 31st or December 30th, which was when the mail stamp was. I do know he claims that he put it in the box. But even if he did, why I wouldn't have held on to it for a month, and I'm not sure why it would be advantageous for me to hold on to a check for a month for $5.04.
Anybody else have any questions?
So the bottom line is we got the check,
We did.
but it wasn't recorded till later, it wasn't
Recorded,
received by us till sometime after he says he put it in the box.
correct. He claims he puts it in the box. I believe we got it in the mail.
Oh, okay, and so we got it in the mail with a post stamp on it.
Correct.
Oh,
Can I speak on my behalf?
Yeah, go ahead.
yes.
I wrote the check out for December 6th. It was due on the 19th. I put it in the box. I've never mailed a tax bill to the town of Ashland, New Hampshire, and I've been a resident or owned property there for the last 9 years. Every bill I've sent to you guys has been 2 or 3 weeks in advance of the due date. There is no post stamp. It was never in the mail. Why you guys had it before it was cashed for 1 month, I don't know. I think there might have been a mix-up with the boxes, maybe coming down and getting put on. I don't think her date of October or November for the change of the box was accurate, but I don't know what else to say. I paid it in full. I pay them in full every time I get a bill.
I verified with Craig when he put the box up.
We're not talking about very much money in interest, correct?
Correct.
My thoughts are for goodwill and the amount of time it takes to discuss something that's so small in value is to whatever we can do to abate, if we have to abate or do something, just because there is kind of a disagreement as to what happened, but I don't think it's enough money to spend this kind of time on, and for goodwill for someone who has tried to pay his taxes and did pay the taxes, just let it go and move on. But that, if however that would happen, but that's from looking at this from the outside. I realize I have not been on the inside.
Well, to me, it's the idea she was putting a lien on my property if I didn't pay the $5 in interest.
I get it, and I think for the amount of money putting a lien, I think that's I personally think that's a little extreme. But it's also how much employee time. Our time is free, but there are other employees' time. Are we going to spend on this? What is the value of it? And it's just those are my thoughts, that we do what we can to just let it go and move on, and whatever happened on both sides, try to make sure it doesn't happen again. Whatever. I know there are different opinions or thoughts of what happened, but next year we'll all do better. Those are my thoughts.
Anybody else from the board have anything to say? Do I have a motion from the board?
I'd like to move to forgive the interest or whatever it is that is being pursued against this person. Someone could come up with better wording than that for me. Or not.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, we have a veterans tax credit.
Yeah.
Let me get the picture back.
this is a veteran who has filed all the appropriate paperwork. The tax map is 201-12. And I don't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve this veterans tax credit.
A second.
So I have a motion and a second, and the tax credit is for tax map 201, block 062.
012.
12, okay. Do we have any further discussion? I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Do we need to do this by roll call?
Yes, I just dawned on me that we need to do both of them by
So
roll
sorry,
call.
guys.
Nope, that's okay. So on the veterans tax credit, Jenny,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
Andy, yes. Motion carries. On the tax abatement, Jenny,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
and Andy says yes. Sorry about that, folks. I fell asleep.
That's not often we add someone on Zoom.
No.
You could sign and print the bottom for me, please. Talk while you guys write.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So for nonprofits, they're supposed to send me a piece of paper called either an A9 or an A12 by April 15th. And this shows that they are still in good standing with the state and they did all the things that they're supposed to do. with
Financial
the
reportings
IRS.
and all that.
And like all the other things that I've brought to you, there have been a few things where it's like, oh, we've had a hiccup, or I went through the files and there are things that I didn't notice or I didn't know to look for, but now I've learned.
He's off.
Thank you. I reviewed them and talked to other tax collectors, and there are 4 nonprofits that have not sent me their A9s or A12s for this year. In speaking to other tax collectors and also to our assessor, the typical, I guess, order of operations, if the board agrees, would be to have me write each of the entities a letter saying, please send me your documents as soon as you can, or we will have to tax you.
So what are you looking for a timeline?
So I was thinking, because I have to bring the warrant to you on May 15th, by like May 18th. I was thinking like May 8th, that would be the week before that, and then that May 8th would be, give me enough time to make sure that we had everything settled.
Gives them 3 weeks.
It would give them
That gives
about
them
3
3
weeks.
weeks. Yep. Is everybody in favor of that?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we have the town clerk or tax collector notify these folks and give them till May 8th to provide us with the proper paperwork.
Close the business on the 8th.
Yep, close of business on May 8th. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor, please say
Roll.
aye. Oh, shoot, roll call. Jenny,
Yes,
Steve,
Yes.
Steve.
Yes.
And
yes.
Andy says yes. By the time we get done with this, I'll remember it,
You're gonna be
maybe.
doing roll calls even when they're all present.
Yeah, there you go.
I forgot to send the abatement signature page around, so I filled out the top for
Okay,
Brandon. Sorry about that. Alright, gravel tax warrant. So,
hold on a second.
okay, sorry.
So I'm going to recuse myself from this one.
Okie dokie.
And you're up.
Okay.
Hello, Anne,
Hello.
and the rest of the board, except for Andy. I received a gravel tax, excavation report for a total, excavation amount of 1,075 cubic yards. And with the, powers of math, that is $21.50. And I would love it if you signed this tax warrant to allow me to collect this $21.50 for a map and lot number of 202-75.
Okay, so anybody like to make a motion?
Thanks.
It sounds like it's a clear decision, right? You got all the information you need.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
One second.
Welcome.
Okay, so Steve and Steve first and seconded. So we're going to, anybody have any other questions or comments? Okay, so we're gonna do a roll call. Jenny, Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
and yes, and Andy recused himself.
That too.
Yeah.
great. So I just need the three of you to sign and date, please. And I will mail that out tomorrow. Did that. Perfect. All right, so I have a fun one. So I had the pleasure of talking to a woman named Andrea. She lives in Florida. And she is allowing me to speak on her behalf this evening. She is a one of her ancestors was Nathaniel Thompson, who is part of he is the Revolutionary War hero from Thompson Street. And the rest of his family is buried in the Thompson Street Cemetery. But Nathaniel was not, because he was shot in Exeter and was unable to make it home and was buried out there because bringing him home would have been gross at the time. So he does not have a memorial, which is a shame because he is, like I said, a Revolutionary War hero. She would like the board's permission to go to the VA to ask them to create a memorial to put it in the cemetery.
Basically a monument.
Yes. But because there are no cemetery trustees currently, you are the cemetery trustees.
I think it's admirable to do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Who wants to make the motion?
I'll do that. I move that we allow the placement of a monument in the Thompson Street Cemetery.
Do I have a second?
A second.
I have 2 seconds.
I would like to make a comment that this would cost the town $0.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mention that before, but I thought that that would be very apt to mention.
So I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion on this? All in favor, please say aye. Roll call. Jenny,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
and Andy says yes. All righty. So the next item on the agenda is the sale of town property. We have to sign off on map 213-002 that we sold last spring. The guy finally has paid for it.
Last fall.
Fall,
The
I'm
auction.
sorry,
Yeah,
last fall.
it was one of the 4 properties at
Yeah,
auction.
so we just have to sign for it. We don't have to vote or anything. We've already done that.
Okay for me to sign if I didn't vote on it.
No.
Just look through that.
Yeah.
You 3 will sign it.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny can sign it when she gets back.
Okay.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the library schedule for quarterly payments. We're doing, it's a little bit different this year. The second installment, which is due to be paid in the second quarter, is higher than the rest of them because they have some obligations that they need to take care of. So the first installment was $7,000. The second installment is going to be $21,995. The third quarter is going to be $10,745 in July and the same in October. We are supposed to reach an agreement with them, so we have to vote on this if that is acceptable to us. The money is theirs. So it was appropriated through the warrant. So I'm gonna make a motion that we accept their agreement.
A second.
So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? No further discussion. Jenny,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
and Andy says yes. Okay, we have appointments tonight for the ZBA.
You had those, right?
I have all 4. We have 4.
I have all 4.
We have, did you want me to go in any specific order?
We'll do the CIP last.
Okey-dokey.
If Steve wants to talk about the CIP first.
Perfect. All right, so we have Michael Mishral for the zoning board for a term of 3 years.
And we have,
Oh, sorry, Elena Bell for the Library of Trustees for the term of 1 year.
we can't because it's 3 different different time periods. So I'll make a motion that we
Right here.
approve Michael Micharel for the zoning board for 3 years.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Jenny,
Yes,
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
and Andy says yes.
Elena Bell.
Elena Bell, I'll make a motion that Elena Bell be
Library
approved as a library trustee
for 1 year.
for 1 year. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, Jenny,
yes,
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
and Andy says yes. Okay, so we have two members for the CIP.
Yeah.
Steve, do you wanna?
I'll talk a little bit about the CIP piece and then if we can just go through those two
Yeah.
appointments. So I put a couple of things in your mailbox, but I'm just gonna go over them real quickly. One of them was the warrant article where the CIP was actually approved probably 8 or 10 years ago, so we're just going with that. And then the other piece is, and I'm gonna put this on the website under the CIP, it's the RSA that relates to the discussion about the CIP and what the purpose of it is. And I'm not gonna go through this thing, I'm just gonna point out a few things for anyone else that might be listening and don't know much about what the CIP is. It's basically designed to help the town manage and plan for long-term capital reserves. And it does a few things that, then this is how it's listed in the RSA. Preserving the health, safety, and welfare, anticipating the demands of growth, improving communication and coordination, avoiding undue property tax increases, developing a fair distribution of capital costs, building a foundation for growth management and impact fees, identifying scattered and premature development, and supporting economic development. So those are the things that it's designed to do, and it's work in collaboration with the select board and the planning board so that it becomes so that we can basically do better planning for the long-term needs, whether that's infrastructure and buildings or roads or any of those things that are gonna be expensive pieces that we know are gonna be coming up in the future so that we can begin saving for them ahead of time. So we have to borrow less, which is we're gonna earn interest on what we put away. And B, we're gonna pay less interest because we're gonna have to borrow less when those things come up. So that's kind of how it all gets put together. And there's a few other things in that I'm not gonna go over, but it will be posted on the website of the CIP within the next few days.
It controls spikes in your tax rate.
Yes.
You know, when you go in to do a large purchase, like a new loader at $300,000, you forecast it out over a period of time, you're putting 30 or 40,000 at it at a whack with the expectation this date you're going to purchase it. So it really does work. And I always speak to the town of Lincoln, but Lincoln has a very robust and functioning CIP program that has really helped to stabilize the tax rate.
So with that, the people that are gonna be on that CIP are CIP committee are myself, Ron, Melissa, who's our finance director, Dave Toth, we're gonna have an appointment for him as a at-large member. John Harville, who will be representing the planning board because that's an important piece of the whole thing, and Michelle Roloff as an alternate for the at-large position.
So I have in front of me, application from David Toth for 3 years as a CIP member. And I'll make a motion to approve that. So I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Jenny,
yes,
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
Andy says yes. And we also have Michelle Roloff. She's applying to be a CIP alternate member for 1 year. And I again will make the motion to approve that.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye, Jenny.
Yes,
Steve?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Ann?
yeah,
And Andy says yes.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I would love some ink on my papers. Please, there's 4.
Would you folks like to get sworn in tonight? Becky can do it.
There you go.
Andy, you have the power.
Yes,
Andy delegated.
so doesn't she?
Quick draw.
Appointed by?
Yeah, you guys. Perfect. Yeah, of course. No problem. Have a lovely night, Ellen. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
good night.
Good night.
You want her to do the next thing on the agenda while you're signing, or?
No, I'm gonna.
You guys swear him in?
She's gonna swear him in.
Then I'll do the historical
Yeah.
on camera.
Ooh, relax, Judy, you can handle it.
There's only 3 lines.
There's only 3 lines.
So
You don't have to.
I don't have to, okay, as long as you got 3.
Yeah.
Yep. You should have saved one for him, Steve.
First 2 letters are full.
That worked.
You do that whole one.
All right.
Nice. I leave faces on.
Come on up, folks.
You want to do it at the same time? Sure. Perfect. You can raise your right hand.
I was gonna say the other right.
I, and then state your name. Shalola. Do solemnly and sincerely swear.
Do solemnly and sincerely swear
And affirm.
and affirm
That I will bear.
that I will bear
Faith and true.
faith and true
Allegiance.
allegiance
To the
United States of America
to the United States of America. And to the state of New Hampshire.
and to the state of New Hampshire,
And will support the Constitution thereof.
and support the Constitution thereof,
So help me God.
so help me God.
I.
I, Michelle Rolla,
Do solemnly and sincerely swear.
do solemnly and sincerely swear
And affirm.
and affirm
That I will faithfully and impartially.
that I will faithfully and impartially
Discharge and perform.
discharge and perform
All the duties.
all the duties
Incumbent upon me.
incumbent upon me
As CIP member.
as VIP member of
For a term of.
for a term of
3 years. 1
years,
According to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities,
Agreeably to the rules.
agreeably to the rules
And regulations.
and regulations
Of this Constitution.
of this Constitution
And the laws.
and the laws
Of the state of New Hampshire.
of the state of New Hampshire,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Michelle, I need you to sign on the top line thing. David, right here. I'll let you touch my pen. Beautiful. Well, I can take care of the rest. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Do we have an update from the,
Historical Society.
yeah.
You do.
Oh,
I'm here.
perfect.
Just what you see.
It's history in the making.
Yeah.
Bye, Michelle.
Once he steps outside, you'll notice it. It's,
So I wanted to let you know that we're waiting to hear back from the grants. We have one of them is, we should hear back on May 1st, and the other one we'll hear back at the end of May. So far, we've only heard good input from it, and we have a lot of really good things. We've got quotes for a new roof, repointing
Chimney.
the chimneys, and the bottom of the building. We're gonna do French drains so that the water gets displaced appropriately. I know that they helped us, the electric boys and the public works boys helped us take the trees down so that they wouldn't disrupt the power, and they also in turn wouldn't mess up the roof any further. So it looks really, really nice and we really appreciate it. So, but once the grants come in and we have a list of quotes and things are going through, we'll let you guys know what's going on with that. But we just wanted to let you know that we were really working on making the building nice, and we were really
Preserving.
appreciative for all the stuff that you guys do to work with us.
Sounds good.
Very good.
That is all from my peanut gallery. You guys have a fantastic evening.
You too.
Thanks, Becky.
Yes.
So utility disconnect procedure and interest charges on unpaid balances. Ron, you want to dive in?
Sure. This last round, we had almost $91,000 in outstanding debt, which the crews had to go out, the water and sewer crew went out and hung 18 tags for disconnect, and the electric crew hung 110 tags for disconnect. So when I tally up the labor, just the cost and labor alone, I would like to try and send a second mailing. It'd be an envelope, a little different color, but urgent attention, please, on the front of it. That will serve as the disconnect notice. And let's try doing that, because we're expending $600-800 in labor to hang disconnect tags for people to get reminded to come in and pay their outstanding bill. It'd be far cheaper to send another mailing out. We'll do it 14 days in advance. So they'll still have their 10-day notice. I'm guessing it won't take any longer than 4 days for it to leave Ashland, go to Manchester, and then come back to Ashland. I think that's the way the route works, but I would like to try that, and then let's see how that works out for us. But in order for us to pay our bills, we need people to pay their bills on time. So, and then the other part of this is Marissa and I looked at the warrants, for setting up the electric department and everything. And in the warrant, it does say that we can charge 1.5% interest on outstanding balances that are 30 days or older. We have never done that to the best of anybody's knowledge. I would like to hold a public hearing on that on May 4th and institute that not only on the electric, but the water and sewer bills. Maybe that'll stimulate, we have some pretty large debt out there and some people are making payment plans and aren't even, meeting the daily or the monthly expenditure plus the rearage. We have changed that policy, actually. I didn't have to come to you with that. We're now getting signed payment agreements and we're doing an analysis of the bills and working with them to, come up with something that works so that we don't have these growing outstanding balances. The goal is to try to get timely payments. Because we can't afford to keep having $90,000 to $100,000 a month in non-collect when the power purchases range from 250 to 300,000 a month, and we're only invoicing between 300,000 and 425,000, depending on how much usage there was per month. So I'm trying to stabilize the financials in the electric. So going forward, we're more solvent. We have the substation that we're going to start paying for in 27. So I'm trying to get it fiscally more stable.
So the current unpaid balances will or will not accrue any interest on them? The current ones,
The 90,000 that was.
yeah,
Right now, we don't charge any interest on any of the balances.
okay, so we really can't go back and do that because we have.
No, it would have to be going forward.
Okay,
It would be assessed to bill, outstanding balances 30 days.
Yep.
Or older. And that may stimulate some. Some good news is that some people have really worked hard and got their bills under control. And then some people have actually reached out and gotten some help paying their utility bills. So that's kind of the goal, and something, don't let your pride get in the way. If you truly need help, ask for it.
Yep.
And there are services out there for people that truly qualify.
Mhm.
Uh,
and with that method that you just talked about, as far as communicating to those that are behind, and then posting having your people go out there and provide the information, and then doing it by mail, that will meet whatever obligations we have in communicating to them.
Well, we're not gonna go hang tags on doors
Right,
because that's costly.
right,
So everybody gets a monthly bill.
Yeah.
The current month's bill is due with 30 days.
Yep.
If you're in arrears over 30 days, you'll get a disconnect notice.
okay,
We're obligated to give a 10-day notice. That's when they normally go out and hang the tags. Now, I have gotten some complaints about the tags, especially in multi-family dwellings
Right.
where you have common hallways and, people walking down by, see a tag hanging here, hanging there, and then,
Yeah.
people will be people.
Yeah.
This way, it's strictly all by the mail. And, if we do disconnect you, we will hang a tag the day that we're there. When the meter gets shut off or the water gets shut off, we'll hang a tag just for a reminder when you go in, you're not gonna have, and please call us to make arrangements. Truly want to work with everybody, but I also want to maintain our status, especially with the electric. That as of last year, Wolfboro Electric had done a study, and Ashland Electric is the third cheapest in the state. So if I can get a good measure of people paying timely, we can maintain that. But I truly appreciate everybody that works hard and does it the right way.
Do you need a vote from the board or is just consensus for?
It's just, this is informational purposes and basically,
Okay.
there will be, we're gonna notice the public hearing.
Yep.
So we can enact what's already possible to enact. It's already in the warrants when the electric and water and sewer was set up, but just want to be fully transparent and out in the open and give people a chance to come and speak to it on May 4th if they wish to, or Zoom in.
appreciate the work that you and your team have done.
Well,
Yeah, where we were at.
yeah, we've gained some ground compared to last year when I started here. I mean, It's just, when you don't enforce the rules for a long period of time, you get complacency and sometimes it's forgetfulness, some people take off for extended vacations and, they're not home to get the bill. So, I recommend that if you're going to be away for an extended period of time, you can call the utility office and you can do a prepayment. So you have a credit sitting there for when the bill comes due, it'll just take it off and Kelly's very good to work with at the office. So,
Okay,
that's what I've got.
all right. So under old business, last meeting, we discussed the investment policy somewhat. We got hung up because we weren't sure what the trustees of the trust fund do with their investment or investments. Well, they have their own policy.
Right.
So we don't even dive into that with this policy. So I would like to readdress this. I'd like to get this approved. If everybody's amiable to it. And I'm gonna make a motion that we adopt or renew the investment policy, which is number 37 of the town ordinances.
Just basically reaffirming it.
Yeah, we're reaffirming it basically. Do I have a second?
Sure.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Jenny?
Yes,
Steve?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
Andy says yes. Do we have any other old business?
Just a couple of quick things on the economic development piece.
Yep.
As you know, we had our first meeting in a while, this couple of weeks ago, and it was pretty productive meeting. And we're kind of going through the roles and responsibilities to make sure everybody's on the same page as to what those are, which will, once we tweak those, they'll be posted on the website. And we're also working on the constructing the meeting process and procedures so that as the chair or whoever, there'll be particular processes and procedures that will be in place and those will be posted on the website as well so that everybody is aware of them. And one of those pieces, and this is where I want to get your input on it, is with the economic development group now, there's no one person that wants to be the chair. So one of the things that we had talked about, and I looked it up, and it certainly can be done by RSA. Talked to Ron a little bit about it, and basically what we want to do is, and I talked to the economic development group about it as well, and they all were in agreement that that would work for them. It is basically having a rotating chair, so each of us would be a chair for a quarter, which would basically be 6 meetings. And at the end of every meeting, we will construct the agenda for the following meeting. So really, all that chair is going to be doing is kind of coordinating the meeting, and we'll have the new process and procedures in place. So it'll be very clear as to how, no matter who the chair is, how you're going to conduct the meeting. I just want to make sure that was good with you as a group.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to have a vote on that.
No,
I think that's fine.
The load doesn't fall on one person.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's perfect.
Okay, so then,
Keeps them all fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not getting bogged down with that position.
so the chair and the vice chair will change every 3 months, and if the chair is out, whoever the next one's gonna be will fill in
Mhm.
for that
Yeah.
one meeting that chair is out.
Sounds good.
And the last thing, I just sent this to Marissa, is we need 2 additional members of the economic development, so I sent a thing that'll be posted on the website, communicating that, preferably, maybe we can get one that will be a Ashland business owner.
That would be great.
It would be. That's it, just want to go through those few things.
Okay,
Thank you.
any more old business? Okay, selectmen's items. Ann?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up, the gazebo at the ballpark has been there for a very long time and it's basically seen its better days. we've got some pictures and Ron has gone and looked at it and so has the fire chief. And the fire chief, there's rot on a couple of uprights and
Supports, yeah.
steel plates are cracked. So we have,
There's no by the previous fire chief.
yes,
If
So
you
these-
found the file.
Yeah, I've seen them.
And filed that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he went down and looked at it too, though. Yeah.
So I think it's time for it to come down. You can go down and look at it, but like the cement pillars and stuff are cracked and folding and it's just not safe anymore. And we do know that some people in town, their relatives built it or helped build it. So what we have talked about at AARA is that we save a couple boards or pieces from it and get like a plaque to put on it and have it rebuilt in Memorial Park.
Smaller version of.
So that so that we can do like the music in the park and stuff like that again.
Yeah.
And then that would give it like 5 parking spots for sports that are down there, if that comes down as well. Cause the parking down there is pretty crowded when we have teams and stuff down there.
5 to 8, probably closer to 8 parking spaces overall, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty.
think
good
it is
size.
big,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so. I don't know if you want to have the town, put that on like we were gonna do. I did talk to Jeanette Stewart and she said she was fine with the, plaque in the boards because she knew it was time. So it's up to you guys if you want to vote on it or you want to wait till the next meeting.
Do we have any details on what we're talking about for our new fixture and what it would be made out of and what it would cost and all that?
I don't think we're gonna replace it in that place. It would be replaced in
Memorial Park.
Memorial
Memorial
Park
Park.
Right.
Right by the
as a
river there.
smaller, it would be a smaller
It was a small
So
one
the
at the
big one
bottom.
that's in the,
ballpark
ballpark now is coming down
Yes,
coming down. Yes,
and we'll put a new one and it'll be in Memorial Park.
yes.
yes.
And AARA has talked about doing that, so I'm not gonna speak for them, but more than likely, it's not gonna cost the town that much, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think the principle, sounds like it makes sense to me, is just knowing what's the plans, what's it gonna look like and what's it gonna be made out of, is it gonna be made out of?
Well, yeah, the gazebo.
Oh, so that's gonna come down, period.
Yeah, well,
It should.
it needs to come down,
Yeah.
yes.
Should be posted.
I think that we need to have that on the agenda for a meeting.
Okay.
In the meantime, in my opinion, we need to rope it off so nobody can get in there. But you're not gonna stop anybody from getting in there, but we need to make it known that it's a hazard.
Well, we
And-
just did, so we probably better post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to post it
Yeah.
and I think we need to have that on the agenda because there's gonna be some people that have some heartburn with this
You're
decision.
taking it down.
Yeah,
I have a question.
shoot.
Can we, I don't know all the history and the people who were involved in building this. But I'm sure I'm assuming someone on the board or around the board does. If when we decide when it's gonna be on the agenda, if we could somehow personally let them know beforehand that this is what's coming in case they, I think that might help relieve a little heartburn if they at least know that we understand that, there's a connection and we want to respect that. So it's just not off, I think that would be just good for relations and making this a little smoother than it might be.
I already did with the two people that I know, and they will pass it on if they know anyone else.
Okay, okay. All right,
And I think if we delay, we have it at the next meeting.
May
right,
4th.
right. No, I'm not talking, I don't think we should delay it. It's a hazard. Someone can get hurt and we don't want that to happen, but just to let people know who have a personal connection to it, what's going on.
So we're gonna put it on the schedule for the May 4th meeting.
It'll be on the schedule for the May 4th meeting.
And that way, assuming the decision is to take it down, we can get that done quickly so that it's not sitting up there during the summer.
We have.
Greg said his guys could do it in 2 hours.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
There's
Okay.
not much to it, really.
Yeah,
No.
if you push it, it probably would fall.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll secure it.
So, any other selectmen items? Any public comment?
Dave Sharkey, 159 River Street. City USA and planting trees.
We didn't budget for it.
Yeah, we haven't budgeted for it. The budget process starts in November. Well, no,
October.
actually, it starts before that.
Yeah.
Starts in October.
Right.
Chat with Ron in October.
What, just to go ahead, what would your feeling be about doing something like that? And taking a budget of even $1,000 a year or something? Is it something that the town is interested in doing?
Don't know. I don't know if the town is interested in doing it.
No, we spend a lot of money taking trees down.
We do.
That get in our power lines and everything.
Yep.
Obviously, it's other places trees could go. That would be a benefit.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking
Right.
about here.
yeah,
Especially along the Main Street corridor.
Well, Main Street's gonna be difficult
yeah, Main Street is gonna be very difficult.
because the power lines cross by the
Right.
cemetery and go up the side that you could actually plant trees.
Yes,
So,
because you can't plant them on the ballpark.
or under the sidewalk.
Or on private land.
Yeah,
There isn't enough real estate there with that elevated sidewalk.
this, on Main Street, the state is gonna have a lot of say in it.
But I think come see me in October and work up a budget recommendation and a location, and then it would go before the board, the budget committee, and then before the voters.
Correct.
All right. Very good.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks, Dave.
You bet.
Okay, do we have any selectmen items, anything else? So we have a brief non-public session tonight. RSA 91 -A (3) Roman numeral 2 parentheses C. That something that could adversely affect the reputation of any person other than a member of this board. Do I have a motion to enter non-public?
So moved.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to enter non-public.
Okay.
Roll call, Jenny,
Yes,
Steve,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Ann,
Yes.
Andy? Is yes? Okay,